We have it all. If you go to REI response and then you click on virtual assistants, you're going to be able to see we have cold calling virtual assistants at $4.50 the hour. We have great reviews. We have an entire call center, as you can see. So yeah, check it out if you guys are looking for a cold caller for wholesaling real estate. Hey everybody, welcome back, and on today's video I'm going to show you guys how to integrate REIreply with Calltools. Most of you wholesalers, investors, flippers are using REIreply as your CRM. If you guys want my custom build out, you guys can check the link below. I will give you this entire setup, the acquisition, virtual assistant, Facebook, agent CRM data. You'll get all these pipelines. Check the link below, or you can just come in, get an account with REIreply and just try to build it yourself. Now you're going to be able to integrate with Calltools, meaning if we go to Calltools, and if you guys don't know what Calltools is, it's a dialer for cold calling. And let me show you guys my, okay, let me go to agent dashboard. You can see my campaigns. You guys see I have a button that says go high level. You can have a button whenever you press this button after talking to a seller, it's going to send all that contact information into REIreply. So for me personally, when I press this button, I have it go right over here inside the lead stage. If you guys have your own setup, make sure you have a stage that you want the lead to show up in whenever you're pressing that button. So how are we going to integrate it with Calltools? The easiest way is by getting a webhook. Now what we're going to do right now to set this process up is we're going to go into REIreply. We're going to go into our automations. And now we're going to go over here and create a workflow. We're going to click continue. And now we're going to come over here and we're going to call this leads from Calltools. Then you're going to press this box here and you're going to use an inbound webhook. Now when we press inbound webhook, this webhook is pretty much a unique link that we're going to send to Calltools. So we're going to go send an email to Calltools with this link. So they're going to go on their end and connect it to Calltools and connect with your webhook. They're going to do that for you. So what we got to do is we got to copy this entire thing. And now we want to go to email. So go to Gmail. We want to compose a file. We want to head over here. And now we want to type in integrations at Calltools. And now the subject could be integration needed. And now the first thing you're going to put in your email is support ID. They need to know who, what is your account so they can help you. So we're going to go into Calltools, and now if you go over here, you're going to get a support ID. You can copy that, then come back here and put that support ID in there. Then you're going to come over here and say, hey, can you create a button so that when I press it, it will send the contact's name, address, city, zip code, and phone to the webhook below. Okay, so, and then you're going to come over here and paste that webhook. And you create a button, so when I press it, it will send the contact's name, address, city, zip code, and phone number to the webhook below. Okay, you're going to go ahead and click send. So you click on this blue button, click send, and now you're going to go back to the workflow. Now there is a problem. The problem is that you cannot save this workflow until you have mapped something out. So we're going to click fetch sample requests. Now we don't have any requests at all. This is a big problem, meaning we cannot save the workflow. And back in the day, we would typically just take this window and have to leave it open until the integrations team, could do the linking, and then we can test it. So if you guys aren't understanding what I'm saying, is in order to save this, you need to have data come through it first. But there's no way you're going to get data through it because you just emailed the integrations team. We have to wait until the integrations team tells us that they set up the connection, and it's good to go. What we're going to do in order to save this workflow is we're going to send some data through it. Now, we're going to come over here to Google and we're going to search Postman. We're going to go to Postman. We're going to go ahead and create an account. It's free. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to go to Workspace. We're going to go to My Workspace. We're going to click New. We're going to click HTTP. And now this is where I need you to check the link in the description. There's a link there that's going to take you to this file. Now this document has a piece of code that you need. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this entire piece of code and just copy it. You do not even need to know what it means. You're just going to go ahead and copy it. So once you guys have copied this, we're going to go back to Postman. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to press this button here and we're going to go to Post. And now we're going to go down over here and select body, select raw, select JSON. And now we're going to paste all that code in here. Just like that. We pasted all that code. Now the next step is we're going to come over here and we're going to put our webhook. The webhook that we are trying to save. So we'll take this webhook. We'll click copy. We're going to go back into Post and we're going to go here and paste this webhook in here. Right, this is the same webhook that we're emailing to the integrations team. This is the same webhook that we have on our workflow, obviously. We're going to go ahead and send. And now it's going to say, so test request received. We're going to go back to the workflow and now we're going to press mapping reference and we should see a reference. Remember, we didn't have this before. This is a test. So we'll press this. Now this is nonsense. You don't really need to read this. We're just going to click save. And now we're going to go add field. And the only thing we need to map out is the phone number. Now remember guys, this is temporary. So we're going to come over here. We're going to select anything. So we're going to select inbound webhook, event, ID. This is just temporary. And now we're going to go ahead and save it. So we can now pause the video and we can come back once Calltools has let us know that the integration is ready. Now, if Calltools sent you an email letting you know that it's been set up, what you want to do is you want to go over here into your Calltools account. You want to go to Manager Dashboard. And now you want to go to your Contact Center, Campaigns. In Campaigns, you can see my list. Yes, I have a huge list in here. We're going to go over here to these three buttons at the end of each campaign. And we're going to click Settings. And we're going to come to Connectors. And now, usually your connector is going to be on this side. You want to make sure it's on the right side. That means it's been enabled, meaning it's good to go. Now, once that's on the enabled side, what we're going to do is we need to test it out. So in order to test it out, we need to send data through the webhook. So we're going to go inside of an actual campaign and we have to wait for someone to pick up. Once someone has picked up, which let me get out of the campaign. Once someone has picked up from the campaign, this button over here is going to turn blue and you're going to be able to press it. Once you press that button, then you're going to be able to go back to your workflow. You're going to be able to go into inbound and you're going to be able to click mapping reference and you're going to have another mapping reference to pick from. So this is what the workflow is going to look like once you're done. Okay, so far what we've done is we've went ahead, we've created the webhook, we saved the webhook by going to Postman and sending a fake test just so we can save the webhook. Then we waited till Calltools got in touch with us. Now that we've tested it out, we should be able to find the mapping reference that is linked to Calltools. And then you're going to get all this information here. Right, this is actually connected to Calltools because as you can see, it's going to push the actual information over. Then you're going to click Save Trigger. Once you've saved that, the next step is to go to this create and update contact. So it's going to create the contact. What you want to do is map out first name, then phone, last name, street, city, state, postal code. Then you want to go over here where it says first name. You want to press this button here. And you want to go to inbound webhook, and you want to map out everything. So city, phone, state, street, zip code, first name, last name. You can map all that out. Just make sure you're pressing the inbound webhook. Okay, so don't go here and pick contact. No, you want to go in here and go to inbound webhook trigger and map out the first name, the phone, the last, the street address, city, state. You guys get the point. Then you can save it. That's pretty much done. Now the Calltools and REIreply integration is complete. The next step is just for you to add personal things that you want, right? Like steps that you want. So anytime a lead has been pushed, it's going to create the contact. Then for me, I have it set to send me an internal notification, meaning it's going to send my number a text saying, hey, a lead from Calltools was pushed, and then the lead's name, right, the seller's name. I also have a note, add a tag. You can even add a task, which I recommend. That way you have a task automatically to get to this lead. And then you want to make sure you obviously assign to user, because this is the number that's going to be assigned to the user, so you can text. And then last but not least, you want to add a text message. So something along the lines of, hey, this is Nataly and this is my company, and so save my contact. Something like that. So that's pretty much done. Another step that you can do is add an update opportunity. So here is where you would select the stage that the contact is going to be in. So once the contact is created, we want it to go to the virtual assistant, the lead stage, and then here we'll just map out the name, right? The full name, open, turn this on, and you can save action. This is going to make sure that your contact is actually in a stage, so then you can go to your opportunities and find it. Yep, so that's pretty much it. We can go ahead and click save, and that is it. You should also be able to go to enrollment history, and you can always test it out and see if it's working and whatnot.